still got it. Guys, welcome to Toasted. I'm your host, Gabe. Today we are making see if I can say this right. Pasta Aglio E Olio. I probably still said it wrong. Pasta Aglio E Olio. I'm going to stick with what I said the first time. So, simple dish. It's literally 5 ingredients, but we're actually going to add 6. We're going to add fresh grated parmesan when it's all finished. But it's pasta, lemon juice, parsley, garlic, crushed red pepper, and olive oil. So I really enjoy this dish, mainly because it's a very light dish. It's a very simple dish. And it's only 5 ingredients. But like I said, today we're doing 6. So, it's great for any date night, any girlfriend you're trying to impress, your wife that you're trying to impress, anything you broke in the house that you're trying to fix and make up for, or just something to have fun with. So this dish has been made by numerous amounts of people. I know, Gabe, why are you doing the same thing that everybody else does? I get it. But I promise, it's something about this dish that just warms my heart. Now, this dish was actually a dish that I met or saw, which was in the movie Chef. I absolutely love that movie. And one of the scenes is he makes a pasta dish. He makes this pasta dish for Scarlett Johansson's character. And I fell in love with the dish. The fact that it's only 5 ingredients and it's so simple, but it's so good. And plus, I really, really love Italian food. I really, really love Italian food. I'm pretty sure I'm part Italian, but we'll take an ancestry later. I towel down with my cutting board over it so that it doesn't move. Because when you're chopping garlic, things can get a little wild. And the last thing you want to do is start losing fingers. So the best way is to just tear off a few cloves. You don't need a whole lot of them. I've seen many tricks on how to cut and peel cloves of garlic, and I've seen where you can shake them in Tupperware. I've seen many different ways, but honestly, the best way and the easiest way is we're going to take this knife and you're going to lay it flat. And all you're going to do with the heel of your palm, just nice little smack. Peels right off, nice and clean. So we're going to do that with the rest of these. So now we've got our garlic smashed. And what they normally do is, first we're going to cut these little end root pieces off. But what they normally do is they cut them in really, really, really thin slices. But what we're going to do, because I'm not a big fan of big chunks of garlic, but if you want, you can do them in the razor thin slices. But I'm just going to mince all this garlic up. And you probably need, see, this one's really big, so you probably need about 5 good size cloves of garlic. So I'm just going to cut these ends off because nobody wants roots in their pasta. And yes, your hands will get sticky, so if you want to wear gloves, you're more than welcome to wear gloves. Okay, so I'm going to cluster them all together, keep my hand out of the way, and I'm just going to put it, and I'm just going to chop away. Okay, so I got my minced garlic, now I'm going to chop my parsley. Now the parsley, this is curly leaf parsley. And you can kind of see how the leaves are all curled up. There's flat leaf parsley. When you use parsley in general, you want to make sure that it's chopped really, really fine, because otherwise it gets stuck in your teeth, and nobody likes that. And it makes things very uncomfortable. So the easiest way for me, since I only need it for garnish and I need it for color, is I like to just leave it in the bunch that it is, kind of put all the leaves close together as best as I can, and then just cut it right here to get rid of the stems. And usually there's a couple bad leaves in there, so it works out. But I'm going to cut it right here to get rid of most of the stems, and I still have a nice, about a half cup once it's all chopped of parsley left. And then we're going to cut this parsley. Okay. See, most of that is all stems, and I don't need that anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to give this a really fine chop. Okay, so we have this all nice and chopped. We're going to set this off to the side. Alright, so now our water's boiling. So now we're going to put in our pasta. That was a pretty neat trick now, wasn't it? I'm kind of impressed with myself. So now that we have that going, once that gets done, then we'll make our sauce. And you want to kind of move quickly once the pasta gets done so that the flavors kind of work all together at the same time. And so our pasta's done. We turn the heat off. You can make homemade pasta, but I like angel hair pasta. It's just a preference. But you can use whatever pasta you would like. So now we're going to get started on the sauce. So you want about a half cup of oil. And I use olive oil. Basically, you want just enough to coat your pan and the pasta. So we're going to turn our heat on medium and let that go. So we got our oil in. I got my garlic minced. I got my parsley chopped. I also have my red pepper flakes ready to go. And then I have my lemon. And we're only going to use about half of this and just use the juice only. And then the crushed red pepper, you only want about a teaspoon or two, depending on how spicy you want it. And then we're going to add salt and pepper to taste. Now when you're doing pasta, for this recipe I leave it in the pan so that I also have the pasta water. You want to use about a quarter cup of the pasta water, maybe even less than that, maybe a few tablespoons of the pasta water, to give the sauce kind of a nice consistency. So don't throw away all of your pasta water. Don't drain it all out. Save some of it for your sauce. So our oil is nice and hot. So now we're going to add our garlic. See, hear it sizzle? That's when you know it's nice and hot. So you don't want this to brown, but you don't want this to be raw. And like I said, you're going to start moving fast once everything gets going. And while that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and also add, like I said, about a maybe even a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And the recipe will be in the description below for you guys. Let that go. Okay, we got our garlic going. That's hot. That's going. And the parsley is going to go in last, as well as the lemon juice. And then I also went ahead and saved a 1/4 cup of the pasta water. So I got my garlic nice and toasted. It's not brown, but it's not undercooked. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our pasta. Oh my gosh, this smells absolutely amazing. Okay, so that's about half of our pasta. I still got it. Okay, so we got our sauce mixed. Now we're gonna add in our parsley. We're going to use the tongs so that we don't fling parsley everywhere. Like I said, this is the part where you kind of want to move quickly, because once you put your fresh parsley and stuff in, you don't want it to wilt and lose its color. I wish you could smell this right now. So now we're going to add a squeeze of lemon, and I'm going to kind of hold my hand sideways so that I don't lose any of the seeds. Okay. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Now, there was a little bit of pasta water when I put the pasta in the pan, so we're going to add just about half of that. Give that a good stir. I absolutely love this dish. Okay, we're going to plate it up and put some Parmesan cheese on it. So we got our fresh Parmesan cheese. Plate this up. Man, would you just look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a beautiful, homemade, quick and simple pasta Aglio E Olio. It's delicious. Just look at it. Look at it. Thanks, guys. I'm going to enjoy this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. Also hit the notification bell. Peace.